We are here with Coach Chris D'Ambrosio, head women's soccer coach, to talk about the recently completed season. You had won 18 LEC regular season games prior to this season. Do you think that you would extend that to 25 this year?
Well, you never know what you're going to get when you get into season play. Certainly we knew we had a really good returning group back, very experienced senior class, junior class, right down to our freshmen and sophomores. But soccer's a funny game. You can play really well and not win. So to go undefeated again in regular season play, that's pretty cool. But now we've done it 3 years in a row. So that's pretty neat. That's never been done before in our program. And I believe that's never been done in Lily's conference play in women's soccer. So there's something to certainly shoot for next year. All the other teams are going after us, of course. Who doesn't want to beat an undefeated team? So pretty neat. Expected? No, but we'll take it. We're not going to give it back.
You had critical injuries before the season, throughout the year, and even during the LEC championship game. Did those numerous injuries really test your depth?
They always do. I mean, certainly before the season, we knew we were pretty deep, pretty experienced. Unfortunately, we lost Nikki Basilicato to ACL injury, last spring. And, if she was healthy, she was a projected starter. So the numerous injuries we had, unfortunately, were key injuries to, players that were expected to start, play a lot of minutes, play key roles during the season for us. So, they certainly hurt us. Yes, it tested our depth. The positive there is a lot of juniors and sophomores especially got a lot of experience, not just in training, but in games. So I think that's going to bode well for that group looking at next year.
Could the difference between Eastern and Western in the LEC final have been that you didn't have Emily because of an injury, and they had the LEC Offensive Player of the Year, Autumn?
Well, Emily Betcher is a great player, and certainly losing her really changed our team dynamics, our team chemistry, our continuity. With a player of that kind of speed, she was getting behind the defense constantly, and the other team has to have a game plan to certainly focus on stopping a player of that caliber. So, yes, of course, that changed what possible outcomes, not only in the championship game, but through the season. We'll never know what the outcome would have been, but certainly that would have been really interesting if Emily Betcher was healthy all year and playing in that championship game. Certainly, that would have been a big difference.
Your team is traditionally at the top of the LEC standings. It wasn't that way when you first took over as a head coach. What things have made for a successful program?
Well, certainly we look for the overall strong student athlete. We want good people. So it starts there. We want really good, strong, intrinsically motivated student athletes that want to do well academically, make good social decisions, and certainly are driven to do well athletically. When you surround yourself with positive people, really good things happen. So certainly that's been our main goal and focus in recruiting players into our program, and players that are willing to work hard to get better and buy into our team core values and philosophy.
7 of your players have earned all conference honors. Are there any specific players that you feel really overachieved this year?
Well, we had some honors at the end of the year, which is great. We do have a philosophy that individual goals and objectives are great as long as they don't supersede the team goals. So we want the team to go first. And if you're getting in the way of the team goals because you're too worried about individual goals, that's never going to go over well in your team dynamics. So for kids getting accolades at the end of the year, I look at that as a bonus. That's great. That's not why they should be playing. They should be playing because they love to play the game, they love to compete, and they love playing with their teammates. But the kids that were recognized this year, I think a lot of them were good players, but they also really came to fruition this year. There a lot of juniors and seniors certainly deserve that, And that's great that they got that. So I don't know if they overachieved. I think they finally, it takes time. Growth and development takes time. And it finally, came to fruition for a lot of those kids, which is great to see.
Talk about your senior class.
Well, they've done a great job in 4 years with the team goals and objectives and our core values that we mentioned. They're 3-time Little East Conference regular season champions. They've won numerous team academic awards. They just had a 3.43 team grade point average this past spring, 2017. Can't wait to see what the fall brings. They've done a great job. We get this team academic award, but also a team ethics award for sportsmanship play. They've received that every year that they've been here. So they've really taken hold of our core values and done a great job in those areas, academically, socially, and athletically. So proud to be their coach and wish them the best of luck as they graduate and move on to the next challenge.
What is one of the most memorable moments of the 2017 season?
Probably winning the regular season championship again and being the top seed because we gave up the least goals allowed. So even with our tough schedule and all the injuries we had, we didn't make excuses, we made adjustments. And it's great to see the team concepts come to fruition again. And even though, Western Connecticut, which ended up winning our conference championship and going to the NCAA tournament, they had a great year. They only lost 2 games all year. So it was great to see we were still the #1 seed in the conference, even though they had a much better record. But that least goals allowed is a great testament, not only to our team, but our team defense especially.
Describe your season in one sentence.
I can describe it in one word: challenging. Our schedule, that was the most challenging schedule that we've ever put together, non-conference and conference games that we've ever done. The reason we did that, because obviously we looked at last year who was coming back, and we really felt that that group not only could rise to the challenge, but needed to be challenged. It's unfortunate that we had so many key injuries. You never want that to happen, and certainly that affected our win-loss record. But I was very proud of the team. Certainly the depth came into play and showed how deep we were. And like I said earlier, that's really going to bode well for those players returning next year. You can't put a price on experience.
What were some of the goals that the team hoped to reach this year, and were they reached?
Well, certainly winning the regular season LEC Conference Championship was a goal, which we reached. We wanted to win the LEC Tournament Championship, which we fell short, but we hosted the final as a #1 seed. Team Academic Awards, which we've achieved. We are currently holding that prestigious Faculty Athletic Representative Team Academic Award in my office. So we certainly wanted to achieve some academic awards. And I think socially, we always want to show good sportsmanship. So those are our core values, and they really achieved just about everything they put down that they wanted to, both on and off the field, with the exception of going to the NCAA tournament.
Okay, and last question. What are some things that you are looking forward to next season?
Well, the schedule is going to change a little bit. It will still be challenging. We have a couple new teams on the schedule. Babson College is going to join our schedule. Western New England University is going to join our schedule. We haven't played them before. Johnson & Wales is back on our schedule. So we'll have some new opponents, both home and away. It'll be interesting, as it always is, to see new leaderships rise to the top. As our outgoing seniors graduate, we'll have our new juniors, that will take some leadership roles. Certainly the continuity and chemistry will change a little bit, so that's always interesting and challenging. And then certainly to weave in our new freshman 2018 class. So, you hit the refresh button. It's a good core group coming back. We're going to have 9 seniors next fall. So I'm really excited to look at what those guys are going to do. As I said, you can't put a price on experience. So very experienced group, but also probably a little bit under the radar. They don't have a lot of individual accolades coming into the season, but they're a great group. So it is a team game, and we'll see how well the team gels together. So I'm really looking forward to that.
All right, thank you.